2020. It's been a year none of us will forget, as much as we might like to. And when Next Avenue invited you, our readers, to share your stories, we were overwhelmed by the sheer number of responses. We were moved to hear how you've been finding inspiration, how your lives are changing, and what wisdom you have for us as we learn to move forward together in these challenging times. So to honor that, this is Next Avenue, telling our stories.
Hello, my name is Susan Coleman Goldstein. I worked as a news reporter and columnist for several years. I switched to teaching basic writing skills to college students at a local community college for the past 17 years. I've been married for 35 years, living in the same neighborhood with 3 children, all adults now who live in larger cities, and a handful of cats and dogs. My essay is about making connections in the neighborhood, but that's also the idea behind writing this essay. To make connections with other writers and with other people living in the world. We share so many common feelings, and we sometimes forget that it is these common feelings that unite us as humans. Here's my essay, Here They Come Again. Here they come again. In my memories, here come the Gazettas, a retired couple walking around the corner, side by side on their daily walks in the neighborhood. They slow down when they pass our house, pausing long enough to wave, sometimes stooping to pat Sydney, our black cat, clapping at my daughter's ability to hula hoop for 5 seconds, or asking us about our jobs. The Gazettas, both tall and lean, their sneakers hitting the pavement in unison, waved to everyone on the street. They knew the names of the kids playing in every yard and the dogs and cats who lived there. They remembered to ask if your kid was feeling better, if you figured out how to save that bush, and if the cat had her kittens yet. They were a subtle, integral piece that connected our neighborhood together. I've been thinking a lot about the Gazettas, who 10 years ago moved several hundred miles away to live near their children. Perhaps it's the result of living with this pandemic. We're working from home and living outside in the neighborhood more. My husband and I have started walking the neighborhood again, sometimes a few times each day, and as a result, we're reacquainting ourselves with our neighbors. Did you know that Charles is training his black lab to pass the therapy dog test? Did you know that little Ava, the 6-year-old who used to run outside to pat our old dog, is now 16 and driving a car? Did you know that Kay, who must be in her 80s by now, still plants vegetables in her garden with a stable plastic chair just in case? Our sneakers flap against the pavement as we walk the 1-mile route after dinner each night. We don't know everyone's name yet, but we wave and say hello to the couple working in their yard, admiring the progress of their stone wall. We know Chris, although we can't remember his wife's name, but we compliment them on their garden this year, and he keeps offering us a big fat cabbage to take home. We know Tony now, who drives his little motorized sports car on his grassy front lawn, and we slow down to ask if he has a driver's license yet, and that always makes him giggle. We are slowly reconnecting with our neighbors, although we haven't reached Gazetta status yet. Still, Charles rushed out of his house last week to tell us that Harry did indeed pass the therapy test, and we were so happy for him. And Gina stopped us in the middle of the street to joyously wave a photograph of her new rescue dog, arriving by transport any day. We're hoping when we head down the street after dinner each night to connect more with these people who live beside us every day. It's 6 p.m. now. We lace our sneakers and grab the dog leash. Here they come again.
This essay is part of Telling Our Stories, a series featuring the voices of Next Avenue readers, with support from Aroha Philanthropies. To hear more stories and to learn more about us, visit nextavenue.org. Telling Our Stories is a production of Twin Cities PBS.